presença de vocês. Muito boa tarde, sejam todos bem-vindos a esse workshop do EducationUSA com SCAD, Savanna College of Art and Design. Meu nome é Fernanda, sou orientadora do EducationUSA aqui na PUC Rio, estou com meu colega Pedro, também orientador do EducationUSA aqui na PUC Rio. E hoje nós temos o prazer de receber a SCAD aqui. E eu gostaria de avisar que esse workshop ele será transmitido em inglês, mas eu estou no chat. Qualquer dúvida que vocês tenham, por favor, coloquem suas dúvidas. Não saiam daqui com dúvidas, aproveitem bastante, acho que vai ser bastante interessante. Agora eu gostaria de apresentar meu colega Alejandro Galvão Venegas. Please, the floor is yours.
Muito obrigado. Oi, pessoal. Hola a todos. Hi, everyone. My name is Alejandro Galván Venegas. I am the Assistant Director of Admission for SCAD, the University of Creative Careers. And today we are so excited to host this creative workshop with all of you so you can get a taste of what a SCAD class is. So without further ado, I introduce to you all our Professor Doris Treptow.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be here with you. We do have, a small group, so I would like to keep this very informal and have it more as a conversation. As you can tell by my accent, eu também sou brasileira. Então, se você tiver alguma pergunta e precisar fazer em português, fique à vontade. Eu tenho como... Eu vou entender você tanto no português quanto no inglês. Let me just share a screen. Everybody see my screen? You good? Okay, wonderful. So I was introducing myself. My name is Doris Treptow. I've been with SCAD going on almost 20 years. Before I joined SCAD, I used to teach in Brazil, and I am a published author in Brazil in the field of fashion design. My book, Inventando Moda, if your university has a fashion program, your library probably has my book. So look me up. So I've been with SCAD for almost 20 years now, and it's been like a wonderful, wonderful time of learning and growing, like personal growth. SCAD invests so much in its students and its faculty. So it is really, it's been an amazing career. Like, I'm very proud to be part of SCAD. We do have a fairly, if we can say that Brazilians are organized, right? We have a fairly organized Brazilian community in Savanna, Georgia. So that's the campus, the SCAD campus where I'm at. And in Atlanta, right next to Atlanta, Marietta has also a very large Brazilian population. So you're still gonna find, Guaraná and a lot of other, Brazilian products, if you come to school at SCAD in one of our locations in Savannah or Atlanta. But today we're gonna be talking about, associations that happen in design. So we're going to explore the perception of shapes, some examples of how shapes are used in design, and we're going to do a quick design brainstorm and discuss, our findings. Let me open the floor a little bit. I would like to hear from the students in the audience, like, what are your interests? Like, where do you see yourself going with your college education? Like, which major? So can I ask, Maria, can you hear me?
Don't be shy. Pode
Maria,
falar.
o que você quer estudar na universidade? Não, Alisson. Eu tô vendo só os nomes, eu não vejo... Pessoal, abre a câmera. Não, nós somos pouquinhos. Algum de vocês querendo vir para fashion design ou fashion marketing? Não? Que tal animação? Filme e televisão.
They are writing on the
Oh, they're
comments.
writing on the chat. Let me see the
Design
chat.
engineering, focus on marketing, that's Maria. I know Ana Matias. Ana, would you like to share what you're studying, Ana?
So yeah, it looks like we got a mix of graphic design,
Graphic
marketing
design.
focus,
Okay.
architecture as well, film.
Yes. Maria, you said design e engenharia. We have an amazing program in product design, or not product, industrial design. Industrial design is a fantastic program here at SCAD. We have sustainability as well. Scarlett wants to do architecture. Oh, I'm excited because we can apply everything that I'm going to be doing in this workshop to your fields of expertise. Let's see, Davi, I don't know what I'll do, but I love aerospace engineering, okay, and international relations. Okay, wonderful. Yes, I would definitely recommend, our industrial design. And, well, it's not aeros, Gulfstream, they make jets. They have facilities here in Savanna, and they collaborate a lot with SCAD. Advertising, yes, film. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you guys for sharing. Okay. So I came to talk about shapes. How do we, relate shapes to this? Like anything that is going to be visual, right? That's going to be created is going to use of creativity. Okay? Creativity is the ability to generate novel and useful ideas. Okay, a lot of the jobs that you're going to be, a lot of the jobs that are going to be available to you when you graduate from SCAD probably don't even exist yet. Okay, 10 years ago, we would not be talking about, a social media manager. Okay, and that is a position in the industry now. Okay, and SCAD has a program for it. Okay, so we are preparing you to be like a critical thinker and apply those design skills to whatever you go on doing. So what does that have to do with shapes? Okay. How we can associate shapes to enhance design. Like everybody has preconceived perceptions. We have things that we learn from instinct. We have things that we learn from culture, from society. So let me try to tap into that a little bit. What feelings come to mind when you see a round shape? You can put it in the chat window. What feelings round shapes might elude? So yeah, let's think, go with opposites, it's like a round shape. Is it cold? Is it cold or is it warm? Is it friendly or is it intimidating? Something calm, friendly, unity. With character design and how shapes affect character personalities. Yes, Scarlett. Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking into that. Actually, when you're doing character design, you normally have you have a personality in mind, and then you develop the character. If it is for animation, for example, using shapes, colors, line that will help convey that personality. Okay? We'll do the same thing in film, for example, for costume design. When you see a character, you already have a sense of what that character is, okay, from the way that the costume. So fluidity, simplicity, yes. You learned that from YouTube. Okay, perfect. Okay, it might have been from a SCAD professor on YouTube too, right? So the psychology of shape, okay, the roundness, oh, it was actually, okay, perfectly. The psychology of shapes, we associate roundness to something that is warm, something that is inviting, something that is protecting. Now, you see that being applied in other fields too. So the curves in the McDonald's logo, okay, it's not sharp and aggressive, it's round and inviting. Like Winnie the Pooh, yes, exactly, okay? And I even add here, safe, trustworthy, right? We tend to associate that. Throwing you another shape, a triangle, or like a sharp edge shape. What emotions, what feelings does that allude to? Power, dangerous and sharp, risk. Okay. I love, power because, it doesn't have to be something that is negative, right? Is that definitely more aggressive than the circle. Okay, so in design, that is, an association that we can do when creating something. We can harness on the power of these shapes, on what people perceive from the shapes when we are creating. Sorry, I went back instead of forward. So yeah, shape, yes, especially triangle, like first thing that comes to mind for me is like fangs, right? It's something that's gonna hurt you. No, it is aggressive. It is also assertive. So when, you mentioned power, usually they are villains. Yes, aggressive shapes are usually used for villains, but it can also be used for someone that is, very confident. It might be using a point or, edgy. There is something quite sensual about that confidence of a sharp angle. The same thing applies to lines. A round line or a sharp edge line. And we see those associations in nature as well. Okay? If I'm telling you to, go climb a hill, the round hill, that feels like, okay, it's more of a walk on the park, instead of climbing the Everest, right? So it is less intimidating. Okay, someone mentioned, characters. Like, what a great example we have here from Disney. Mickey, the roundness is not just the personality that we wanted to portray with Mickey, but it was also to make it easier to draw. Because, when that started, Mickey is what, like 150 years old? Something like that? Right? Or is it 100? I think it's more. Anyhow, they were doing animation, by hand. You had to draw, frame by frame, essentially. And you want something that is easy to draw. So if you can build a whole character out of circles, Mickey was a good response for that. Okay, when we get to Maleficent, Maleficent is assertive. She knows what she wants. She is evil too. And we are showing that, in the shape of her nails, the shape of her clothes, the shape of her headgear, even, the lines of, her eyes. Okay. What about squares? Scarlett is asking me. Okay, you can use squares for confidence, for assertive, but like overall, I wouldn't qualify them as completely neutral. Like nothing is completely neutral. Okay, but it is like a blank canvas where you can build other stuffs in it. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, so tell me a little bit about Wreck-It Ralph. Like it has squares, but there is some like rounded edges to it. And what does the character come across as? Strong, yes, definitely. But they are less intimidating, less intimidating than the pointy angles. I don't think just, triangles, but like pointy angles. Okay. Associations in film, you know which one is out to get you, you know which one is out to, help you or to be your friend. Okay. Associations don't happen just with shapes. Okay. They can also happen with color, right? What about this one? This one's like it's a hybrid. So like there is a certain roundness to the shape. There is a roundness to the head. There is a roundness to the clothes. You often think of, clown and like in toys but how are we using the shapes to make this clown awfully creepy? Okay, I'm looking for like in the chat in the red. So like, yes, we're using color for it. The lines in the face, like even the lines in the hair too, right? Is giving that something, hey, I am not what you would assume me to be. Right? So it's using the makeup to build that. Shadows in different tones, colors in multiple sizes and textures. Yeah. So like he's deceiving. Okay. We can use, the shapes in graphic design. Saw there are people interested in graphic design as well. Like Adidas has this like 3 different logos. Right? What are they communicating? Let me just get like a Zoom reaction here. I think I can't see like everybody on the screen, but give me a Zoom reaction. Who's familiar with the first Adidas logo? Give me like some thumbs up, right? I'd say a lot of people are familiar with that Adidas logo. Okay. It is energetic. It is assertive. Okay. All of them have the 3 stripes, yes. Okay. The 3 stripes is the idea of movement that Adidas wanted to convey. Okay. Competition. Yeah. Does the last one, the round logo, does that still give you competition? That's more tame, right? That's more of the, I'm running for fitness. I'm running for fun. Like, no, I'm not running to become an athlete, or I'm not competing with anyone. So I believe they created these different logos because they are targeting different audiences of customers. Okay. The Nike logo, I don't have it in the presentation, but like everybody knows the swoosh of the Nike logo. Okay. It's so assertive. It's like, it's literally a check mark, right? And then the slogan that went with it, just do it. It's almost like imposing you, like, go ahead and just do it. Okay. I can use shapes to soften something. So with the Adidas case in here, how can I soften that first logo? I can't. So they created like alternatives for it. Okay, what comes to mind with a logo using these angular shapes? What are the feelings that come to mind? If you already know the product, don't tell me the product yet. Sophistication, precision, yes. Right. Any other guesses on Cristiano? You want to say it? Efficiency, technology. Something for an older public. Oh, Anna, I'm interested. Do you want to explore on that? Anna, you know what the logo is for? No? Okay. Something strong. Okay. Now, it can come across a little too pushy, a little too aggressive. So now I'm going to review the company and you're going to go like, oh, yes, absolutely. But they're still conveying all these messages, but they soften the perception by putting it in a circle. You folks recognize the logo now for Volkswagen? Right? And now I'm telling you safety. Now I'm telling you approachable. Right? And all I did was to put a circle around that, VW from Volkswagen. Oh, you thought that first it was for a perfume. Okay. Maybe you'll give us one for a perfume. Okay. And even their most popular car, it was round. Now, should we always use associations? I mentioned that associations can be not just for shape, but color, line. If you think in other areas that might use sound, we can use associations too. Okay. I would say that associations are great when they reflect a cultural wisdom, but when it becomes bias and you're perpetuating prejudice, okay, in that sense, I would avoid, maybe using associations. Okay. When you are trying to, perpetuate a bias. So when this place is like a nightmare for me. I don't think children's toys should be, gender coded with color, right? So I believe the opposite of that, all colors are amazing and children should have access to all colors, that we should not limit like, oh, you can't play with, a toy that is this color or even like a toy that is this shape because it's not representative of, of your gender. Like colors don't have gender. So avoid associations when they can be perceived as a bias or go beyond those bias. Like, what can I do that doesn't become, a bias? So I saw that you folks have like many different interests. I want you to take this principle of association and give me association with shape. And if you want to throw in like association with something else, okay, also be free to do so. And let me just check. I don't see the time here. But I want to give you some time to actually pencil and paper or like whatever you have at hand, design something using a shape association. Okay? So for example, how are you going to make a sheltering bus stop more inviting to the public? Or how are you going to design, a logo for a perfume or the whole packaging for the perfume? What is the message that you want to convey with that perfume? How are you using associations to guide your design to create that bottle, to create the logo for that fragrance? You can use Canva. Yes, you can use Canva as well. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we'll break from here and, take some time to design. I'm going to stay in the Zoom. Alessandra is going to stay in the Zoom. So while you are designing, if you want to take a break or if anyone wants to take advantage of this time to, just give us any questions. Alessandra, can you mark the time for me? Let me just picking up like some device here. Yes, I have one. We'll do 20 minutes. So we have 10 minutes at the end to review what you have created. So you can, share on screen and then we can see what you have created. So your 20 minutes start now and we are available. If anybody have any questions, you can throw it in the chat window or open your mic and your camera, ask us what would you like to learn about SCAD. Listen, should I stop sharing?
Yes, and I can share my screen and I can show some of the majors that we offer here at SCAD.
Sure.
Second.
Listen and design.
That everyone can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
So here are some of the majors that we offer here at SCAD, the University of Creative Careers. We offer more programs of study and specializations than any other art and design university in the United States. So feel free to answer if you want to get to know more about any program or the admission process or scholarships, everything. We are here to assist today.
I am right now in the building that has sneaker design and fashion. We've been having such a busy day. Before this workshop, I was working with a panel of fashion entrepreneurs, and they were sharing with the students about their experience and creating their business. We had 7 panelists. 3 of them were SCAD alumni. Okay, one of them graduated just 3 years ago, and it's already with a thriving business.
Absolutely. We have many, many successes. And we have another resource. If you all go to scadtv.edu, you can see many alumni stories and successes. We have students that have worked in Google, Lenovo, Instagram, Gucci, Pixar, Apple, and even the NASA. If you all saw the halftime of the Super Bowl, well, we have Maria Garcia from Colombia, and she was the creative director of that Super Bowl with Usher. So we have many, many successes here at SCAD in all the disciplines.
Yeah, the sky's literally the limit. You know, I came to SCAD as a graduate student. Do I have anybody in the Zoom window that is looking at SCAD for graduate studies? No, I believe it's more like undergraduate
Actually,
student.
I work a lot with grad admissions. So if you want to share anything about grads, I'm more than happy to listen because it's very important for our office in Rio.
Yeah, so I was a graduate student at SCAD. So when I first learned about SCAD, I thought it was like an amazing university, and I was teaching in Brazil. And I applied to teach at SCAD. And at that time, I only had especialização, eu não tinha mestrado. Eu tinha só especialização. E a SCAD olhou meu currículo e disse: Nossa, adoramos o seu currículo, a sua experiência profissional, mas você tem só especialização, a gente está procurando contratar alguém que tenha mestrado. And I really wanted that job. And then it's like, wow, if that's what is stopping you from hiring me. So I applied for a master's degree at SCAD. So I got accepted, I did the master's program, and I was hired like right after graduation. Like I was offered a contract before graduating.
Considering undergrad and grad, what is SCAD looking for in the applicants? What stands out in the profile? As a
You want to speak to that, Alejandro? I'll add to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are looking for passionate, creative persons. So for the admission process, for the graduate programs, it's a little bit different than the undergrad programs, right? So for the undergrad, we don't require a portfolio. So they don't have to have a portfolio for the admission process. For the graduate programs, we do. They have to, even though they don't have to have a degree related to the discipline that they want to pursue, they will have to demonstrate that they have the skills and the knowledge to pursue their master's degree. So we're looking for passion, creativity, but also skills and knowledge of the disciplines that they want to pursue for the graduate program, right? So that's why that's one of the reasons of why we require a portfolio for the graduate programs. But it's not required for undergrad. That's super important. For undergrad, it's only for scholarship purposes.
In the graduate program, I had to, also submit a portfolio. And I would say that the rationale behind the graduate program, if you were to take, a student that graduated from the undergraduate program at SCAD, the graduate program starts or picks up where that undergraduate finished. Right? So for example, if you're coming for fashion design, our undergraduates, they learn how to sew, they learn how to draft and make their patterns. That knowledge is, some of it is expected in a graduate student. So, it doesn't matter if your undergraduate was in, business administration, as was mine. Okay. I had to show through my portfolio that, hey, I have these skills. I didn't learn them from school. It was not what I went to college for, but I have these skills in order to be admitted in the graduate program. Okay, and I would say, I believe architecture might be a little more strict because it is a bar certificate. There is a bar certification in the program, right? Architecture and interior design, Alejandro?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Okay. And other programs, we're looking for people with a unique point of view. Do you have something to say with your art?
Two questions. First of all, does SCAD offer any summer courses, maybe to help students achieve these skills? Because from what I've been hearing, SCAD values a lot of skill making or skill building. And the other question was maybe towards the graduate side of things. Do you think SCAD values mostly this skill learning from individuality, or does it need to have any professional background with it, or can it be autonomous, maybe a freelance thing, something like that? Or does this skill learning come? The question is, how important is the origin of the skill that I
The
learned?
skill,
Yeah.
that is a fantastic question. I would say, there are a lot of things that you can learn from a YouTube video, right? But there is also a lot of misconceptions being spread on YouTube videos. So, that the quality control of the skill, it's something that can happen, once you get here. It's like, be mindful of your sources, like where are you pulling information from? You might have learned how to sew from your grandmother. You might have learned how to sew from, working. You might have learned how to sew from a YouTube video. You might have learned how to sew from trying it yourself. It doesn't necessarily make a difference, but, once you get in here, we're going to take those skills and we're going to refine them. I think that's, if I was going to summarize like the goal of a graduate program is to refine and like improve what you're coming with.
Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons that why we don't require portfolio for undergraduate programs, because we don't want to create barriers for anyone that want to pursue a creative career or a career in the arts, right? If you have zero skills in drawing, designing, and in all these disciplines, well, we will give you all the knowledge, all the skills, so you can thrive, right? You even though if you have this education, if you have the skills, that's why we reward you with a scholarship, the achievement scholarship. And
Yes.
we that's why we require the portfolio is not required, but that's why we accept the portfolio and plus your resume for the review of this, and then we will see if we can give you an achievement scholarship. But that's one of the reasons. Now, the second question, actually the first question about the pre-college programs, those are a fantastic option as well to start getting to know SCAD and refining your skills. We have three options, actually. We have summer seminars, which are a 1 week long program where the students can go and take workshops, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, plus living at SCAD, having all this college experience, but before actually going to college in the United States, right? So they get to live in the campus, eat at the campus, then take the workshops with the professors for a week. It's a fantastic adventure. And this is for rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And then we have Rising Star, which is a fantastic program as well. It's 5 week long. The students get to take actual college classes while living at SCAD with the professors that we have at SCAD. And the advantage of this is that they get to keep the college credit with them. Hopefully they will graduate and come to SCAD. That's what we want, creatives coming to SCAD, but they can keep that college credit with them to anywhere, to any higher institution in the United States or the world, because we are an accredited university. And finally, we have another option, which is joint enrollment, where eligible students, high school students, can also enroll in SCAD Now, SCAD online courses, and again, gain time and get college credit through these avenues. So we have several options for the students before actually going to college in the United States and SCAD.
The beautiful thing about that is that, if you do one of the Rising Star programs or this other one online, then when you come to SCAD to actually do the other courses, to pursue the major, you don't have to take that course again. You know, you already have that credit, like you don't have to pay for it again, like any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it implies saving of time and money.
yes, definitely.
And also you grasp the spirit of the institution, the values, the mission, and then when you start studying, you know where you are. And
Yeah,
there
I
is a
taught in this program, this like 5-week program. I taught in this program before, and it was such a great experience. And you know, like you come thinking that, oh, you know, it's just 5 weeks, or like what I'm gonna learn, what I'm gonna do. You will be so surprised. And you know, either of our campus. I live in Savannah, Georgia. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I mean, it's a city that has such a good vibe. I say that I'm very proud to live in a city where people choose to come on vacation. You know,
Yeah.
we are a big tourist destination. You know, we are a city with a great vibe and you know, parties. And students have such a good, like, intense social life. Like you're gonna make friends for life here.
Absolutely. And I'm based in Atlanta. We have 4 campuses, one in Savannah, one in Atlanta, one in France, and one online. And I live in Atlanta. In Atlanta, I love Atlanta. It has it all. It has concerts, parks, events. It's just fantastic. It's a big metropolis. It's a business and innovation hub. It has the busiest airport in the world. So that means connections, right? There's a nonstop flight from Gio to Atlanta, which is it's a fantastic advantage. And also we have the aquarium, we have Coca-Cola World, and we have all these companies like next door. We have Google, Microsoft, Delta, Tyler Perry. So Atlanta, it's a fantastic option as well. I'm just in love with the city.
Yeah, if you
Not
come
to
to
mention the
SCAD,
cuisine.
say it again.
Not to mention the cuisine. Southern food is amazing.
Yeah, Southern food. Yeah, it's dangerous.
It is.
It's dangerous because it's so good. But like speaking of cuisine, I was just in December, I was with a group of 14 students at SCAD Lacoste. So, you know, if you come to SCAD, think of the whole experience. You know, maybe you're going to take like, you know, a quarter in Savannah, you're going to go to Atlanta on another quarter, you know, in a different quarter. You're going to be in Lacoste, France. It's so beautiful. It's so inspiring. You know, get that well-rounded education.
Absolutely. Because once that you're accepted to SCAD, you're accepted to all the locations. So that's a huge advantage as well, having the opportunity to explore.
I'm
We
sorry,
have a
there
couple
are
questions.
Yes.
Yeah, so Davi was asking if 9th grade can participate.
They can participate in summer seminars next summer. But in order to participate in the Rising Star program, they have to be rising juniors. So they have to be in 10th grade now, and then being a junior, a current junior, in order to go to Rising Star.
And the other question is if in the 5-week program, also for this writing topic, the creative writing, is that what you're asking, Anna? Yes, I am not aware. We would have to look, have admissions looking up if the creative writing has a program for the 5-week. In fact, I know I can talk about fashion design because that's my life. That's my department here. So like I know things in my department, but Alejandro would probably be able to look up. I don't think are the summer courses posted already?
They are already. So they can go to SCAD.edu pre-college and then select Rising Star, and they will be seeing the whole list of the courses that are being offered right now. So we have the whole list, and then you have to there is a process to select them because unfortunately we don't have a spot for everyone, but there is the list of the whole of everything that we offer this summer.
Okay, perfect. Who would like to share screen? I have like 115. I saw that who told me that had their Scarlett, you said you finished your design. You want to share screen and show us what you made? It's okay. Traditional is good too.
I think she has her camera on right now, so maybe she's going through the webcam.
Hey, how do we turn the camera? Okay, I did it. I did a drawings thing.
Oh, it's way better than mine, so
This is supposed to be like a circle.
Okay. So tell me
That's a
about this
triangle.
character.
Well, she is a shy and very socially anxious person, but is also very friendly. So that's why I made her very, very curvy.
And is the other one a different character, or is it, when the other side of her personality comes out?
No. This one's a different character.
Different character.
The reason why she's so pointy is that, yeah, she can be dangerous, but she has like circles sometimes, like here, for example, because she's not 100% bad, and she's just a bit crazy. And I made a different one here at the side, the square.
Yes.
He's friendly with the glasses, the round glasses, but he's also strong with the square body.
Yeah, he exudes confidence.
Yes. And he also has a few points because sometimes he can get a bit grumpy. I think.
That's great work. What major are you looking into?
I would like to do graphic design or architecture.
Okay.
I'd like to.
Those are great
Yeah.
sketches.
I would like that. That's the reason why I wanted to do like a graphic design, because like I like this sort of like kind of this thing, but with like ads and other things,
Okay.
which I thought would be nice.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. What is great about opportunities like this, Anna, I was on a meeting, like portfolio review with candidates like yourself before, and we had a student that came with a portfolio, and it was like beautiful sketches and drawings, and he was applying for illustration. We have a major in illustration at SCAD, and I'm looking at his portfolio, and his portfolio was all like comic books drawings, and I was surprised, and I go like, why, like, your work is, it seems that the things that you like to draw is all about sequential art. Why are you applying for illustration? I'm curious. And then the candidate goes like, what is sequential art? And he didn't know that there was this field that specializes in that. And it was just like, seeing the light happen in his eyes was magic. The moment that he found that, like, oh my God, there is a major, I can go to college to do what I love doing. I think that's what we are here for, is to help you find, like, okay, what is it that you love doing? And like, how can we help you to become better at it, to become proficient, and to build a career. I love teaching. I design, but I love teaching. The thing that I can wish for everyone is like to have a career in doing what you love doing, because like it feels like you never worked a day, because you're just like having a good time doing that work. So Luma would like to show hers too. So Luma, go
Hi.
ahead and share screen.
Wait.
Hi.
Hi. I want to do fashion and fashion
Yes.
design.
Welcome
So
to
I
my world.
so I choose the triangle, and I want to do like a powerful woman,
Yes.
and I choose like the straight lines to show that she's very certain of what she wants to do, you know. And yeah, I didn't did the colors because I didn't have time, but I thought about like this sharp, and I thought about something like silver and stuff like that.
Okay, so
Yes.
Silver, she's going to the Beyonce concert.
It could be.
Yeah,
She could be a very big fan of her.
yeah, big fan of Beyonce. When I look at your designs, yes, it is exuding that confidence. And brands like, Thierry Mugler was a brand like
Yes.
way back that used to, even if you look at the new designs at Thierry Mugler, it has this like angular thing. Their latest fashion show, well, they're just about to have one, but they had one where there was like fabric flying, this like massive
Yeah,
scarves.
I saw that.
You saw that, right?
I
So
saw.
it just created this shape like angular, long, right?
Yes.
Elevated. If you go more traditional, if you look at Saint Laurent,
Yes.
the structure of a Saint Laurent jacket has so much to do with this too. Which other design can I think that works like very angular too? It's the American designer, Tom Ford.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't need to be like, it doesn't need to be punk with things like spiking out. But when you
Yes.
do that, like that deep V-neck,
Mm-hmm.
you're already bringing that into the silhouette of the garment. You're already bringing that deep V. So that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Can't wait to have you in class.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
can too.
I have a Brazilian student now. In the first class, she came to me like speaking Portuguese. And I go like, that's awesome. We can talk Portuguese outside of class.
You speak Portuguese fluently?
Ah, eu costumava falar com fluência, mas agora eu já moro aqui, tem 22 anos, já não sai mais tão perfeito.
Legal.
Okay, Ana, do you want to share?
Yes, I think my camera is working. Let me try. Oh yes. So I did the round character,
Yes.
but I tried to make him look kind of angry, even
Yeah,
if
because I was
it's
going to say, I'm seeing the angular eyebrows.
yes. I tried to use both of them, like to show the body is rounder and the face is the details of his face is more triangular.
Yeah.
And I did other character as well that is more. I guess this is more
Wow.
triangular.
Okay, did you do this right now?
I had already the sketch, so I just used the marker to make it look better.
Okay, because that's amazing. I was gonna say, like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that in 20 minutes.
I have many sketches on this notebook, so I just like painted the other one, and this one I just used the pen. So yes, this
Yeah,
is
make
the
sure to
more
include it in your
triangular.
portfolio.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely
It's
intimidating. This fellow is
yes.
intimidating. Okay. And when you go to the one that you did with the yellow t-shirt,
Yes.
of course, of the roundness of the drawing, it doesn't seem intimidating, but he's telling with his expression that, hey, like, don't mess with me, right? There is like
Yes.
you're bringing that, you're balancing that out, and yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Good application of it. Who else would like to share?
Someone said they were going to do the design on Canva. Who was it? Davi Santos.
We only have 5 more minutes, Professor, but I'll stay
Okay.
back and answer any questions.
I
Okay.
did a little drawing myself, but they're definitely not as good as the ones presented. I have an international relations background, so it's definitely less artistic. I can show my camera. I did a full
Please.
logo, actually. I don't know if it can see. It's supposed to be like a watch, some lightnings as the lenses. So I was thinking maybe something like a fashion brand, maybe, or
Yeah.
fast fashion to try to integrate that lightning bolt. I tried to put a
Yes.
little piercing over here, which is still round, but you'd see like people who use piercings are seen a little bit as edgy, even though it's a round figure. So I was trying to do something like that. That's something really more simple, I think.
No, I think like, you are conveying that that dynamic, when you think of, the lightning bolt, like I was gonna say like, okay, it's full of energy, and that would be so cliche because yes, it is a lightning bolt. Okay. But it is a shape that, it's conveying movement. Right. So like I would use that, for example, if it was like a streetwear brand or, a brand
Yeah,
that
that
I
would be
want
more
to
of my
be.
angle if I were to do something with
Yes.
that.
Okay. So you're hired. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you mentioned that we are about to wrap up. So folks, if you didn't have a chance to, share what you created, but if you still would like some feedback on it, I did put my email is on the chat window. Okay, and also let me add my Instagram.
And I just added my info too. There is my email, my WhatsApp, so feel free to reach out for any questions.
Yeah. Alejandro, can I just plug in one thing? And that is
Absolutely.
not for you students, but tell your teachers. Tell your teachers that we have an amazing summer program. It's a
Yes.
5-day program for teachers. Okay, and they come and they do 2 workshops while they are here, and they get to know SCAD, and then they can go back and tell you like all about SCAD. But that program, the registration is open right now for this summer. It is going to be June 23rd through the 28th. And I'm going to be teaching pattern making.
Fantastic.
So pattern making for printed fabrics, like creating estamparia. Okay, estamparia in Photoshop. And those that take the workshop with me, they actually go back home with their prints printed on fabric. Because that's the other thing, we didn't even talk about that today. I mean, the facilities at SCAD, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Absolutely.
And Professor, I have a question. Do they
Sure.
have to be teachers or like designers who are in the market right now, professionals? Can they join this program or is it just for teachers?
Is geared towards teachers and professors. It's kind of like a, let's say that you are a teacher, you graduated maybe, 5-10 years ago. A lot of thing is new. So it's kind of like a refreshing and, teaching you like, okay, this is how we cover this these days, so that when they go back, they can, share their knowledge with their students.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And until the end of February, they have an amazing discount going on. Yeah, it's like the price is unbelievable. So tell your teachers.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you so much, Professor, for your time.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being here, getting to contact with prospective students, and hopefully I'll do that in person next time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Professor
And I-
Doris, thank you very much for your time. It was an amazing workshop. Really good.
Thank you. My pleasure. Stay in touch. My contact is in the chat window.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I'll
Bye,
stay back
everyone.
answering any questions about the admission process.
Yeah. Thank
Bye,
you.
Professor. Thank
Bye,
you so
bye.
much.
Thank you.
So I'm about to show everyone a little bit about SCAD. So get ready. And let me know if you can hear the video.
To me, SCAD is the catalyst of potential for myself and for the people around me.
You have this wonderland that is SCAD, where you have all these resources to execute your wildest dreams.
SCAD to me is this pot of gold of inspiration.
SCAD is where the future of all creative industries is reimagined. Our graduates not only know how to excel in their industries, but they know how to innovate and create change.
SCAD students are the first in the world to be actively working and collaborating on LED volume stages, taking their storytelling capabilities to new heights.
I had never seen anything like that before. It's really just the foundation of how to build a business and how to be an entrepreneur.
SCAD is where creativity knows no bounds. It's where imagination and passion come together to inspire and innovate.
The resources are endless. As a student, I really took advantage of those resources to absorb as much knowledge as I could.
SCAD definitely is the best place to be. I'm on my way to my dream career because of SCAD.
Hey SCAD, I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you so much for having me.
When I first came to SCAD, I was absolutely amazed by the energy and the positivity.
I wish I brought my daughter here today, and I wish she could see the community that all of you get to be a part of every day.
SCAD is a lifelong institution. You're part of this school for the rest of your life. The wondrous resources that are available to you is phenomenal.
Fantastic. So that's a little bit of SCAD. You already had the whole experience. You know that we have our locations. We are in Georgia, where we have a campus in Atlanta, one in Savanna. We have another one in France, one online. As Professor said, once that you're accepted to SCAD, you're accepted to all of them. So now, someone already asked, how do I apply to SCAD? Well, it's really simple. You go online, you go to our website, scad.edu/apply, or you send me a WhatsApp and I'll send you the link for the application. You already have my contact information, and I'm always happy to assist. I'm always happy to answer any questions about the admission process, housing, visa. I can meet your parents if you want me to tell them about creative careers, but I'm here to assist. So I wanted to know if you all have questions now. And I'm going to put my information again in the chat, just in case that someone missed it. But again, WhatsApp, email, Zoom, anything.
Yeah. And while Alejandro puts again his information on the chat, let me just remind you that if you need help with your applications, if you need support on every step of the application, you can also count on Education USA. Our office, Education USA PUC Rio, is here to help you. We see students in person, online, and this session is being recorded. We are going to upload it on our YouTube channel, and you can share it with friends, with colleagues, and rewatch it to see if you have any doubts. And please don't miss any of our events. We have the agenda de eventos at educationusa.org.br and our social media as well. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Professor Doris. It was amazing.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone. Nice to meet you all. See you at SCAD.